What up, world? Welcome to another episode of BrandonJaneauShow, Wrestling Life. Yeah, that happened. That happened. I did not expect it to happen, but it happened. Holy shit. Okay. Paul Heyman is now officially with Seth frickin' Rollins. Craziness, man. Oh my God, it happened. Um, Something that we did see coming. Four letters, one word. Uh, yeet. Jey Uso is Jey Uso is officially the world heavyweight champion. I'll talk about that in a minute. Speaking of a match that I was cool with either way it went. Speaking of the bloodline, Jacob Fatu is officially a champion, the United States champion. I'll talk about that as well. This is Rate in Review Show Night 1 of WrestleMania 41. Man, I'm gonna talk about all these matches. I'm gonna get my feelings on it. Uh, but before that, Brand New Show on all podcast platforms everywhere. Go go listen to all those. Listen to my podcast on all podcast platforms everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Amazon. I'm on everywhere. So everywhere you got something, I'm there. So go listen to it there. Brand New Show. Uh, Social media is Instagram and Threads. It's just Brandon Janeau on Instagram and Threads. So if you got Instagram and Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, the Brandon Janeau Show, because they don't want me to just be Brandon Janeau on there, motherfucker. You gotta have a the. I don't know why, but that's Facebook or Meta, whatever the fuck they call that shit now. Um, and of course TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show on TikTok. So go follow me on all of those social media platforms. Shout out to everybody that has been commenting. I mean, some crazy things have happened, but I appreciate anybody that comments on my page. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's hard out here to get any attraction, let alone people that are just as passionate, I guess, uh, as you are. So yeah, of a topic like wrestling. But usually where you could go is this the Brand New Show on YouTube, man. YouTube channel Brand New Show. Um, yeah, YouTube channel Brand New Show. Go subscribe, comment. I do comment back. I have an episode dropping tonight. NXT Stand and Deliver that I did earlier today. Um, that was a I'll talk about that in a minute. But that's coming out tonight. We'll clip something from it tomorrow. This episode will be out tomorrow night after the end of tomorrow night. And of course, WrestleMania, night two, I will be doing that right after the show as well. So, yeah. Um, but YouTube channel, Brand New Show, like, share. I think you can share. I don't know. Like, comment, do it all, man. Helps in the algorithms, pushes new people to see it. Shout out to all the new subscribers on my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Um, so yeah, but let's get into it, man. Wrestling life, WrestleMania night one, rate and review show. Um, First off, want to just say, Stand and Deliver was better. That just get that shit out the way. Stand and Deliver was way better. This is now what the second fucking year I had to say that Stand and Deliver was better than fucking WrestleMania Night One. That's a fucking problem. Like that is a massive fucking problem. Um, Night One, we kind of felt like it was gonna be kind of like just a bunch of fucking matches thrown together, not really anything in taking, nothing big, nothing crazy. It's exactly what it is. If you know anything about my show, if you don't, you just first time watching me do wrestling life rating review shows. I rate each match from my least favorite to my most favorite, and then I crown one match my match of the night. Um, yeah, so let's get into it. Like I said, Stand and Deliver was better than this first night. WrestleMania Night 1 was cool. I want to just say this, man. Y'all are making it extremely hard for WWE to keep WrestleManias in fucking America. Because this crowd did not get picked up until literally, I say midway through the Naomi and Jay match, maybe. They really were in kind of into the Jacob and LA Knight match, but outside of the yeet of Jay Uso, I mean that match a lot of people was into it because you just wanted Jay to win. But outside of that, the New Day match had no steam on it, which the story sucked because the build was just nothing there. I mean, I literally will say this to the day until this shit is over. You should have replaced that match with the Street Profits. Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns. You heard the crowd last night on Friday night boo the fuck out that decision of having a TLC match on Friday Night SmackDown, which is cool, but I've been saying for fucking months that you needed to have a TLC match on WrestleMania, and then you turn around and you don't give us that. You give us it on Friday, but you don't give us that match. And plus, on top of that, they had a way better fucking story. Like oh my god, it was so stupid. I did not like that match. I thought it was a dumbass decision. I do not think it's a good idea to have a fucking bullshit cold fucking match, and then you had a title change that nobody cared about. New Day walking out the building like they stole the fucking titles. No, you pinned them clean. What the fuck? It was just stupid. It was so fucking stupid. That's neither here nor there. I'll talk about that in a minute. But like I said, least favorite to most favorite, my crown one and my match of the night. I have two 5-star matches. I knocked one down a little bit, but yeah, but yeah. Um, let's get into it. My least favorite match of the night was the New Day versus the War Raiders for the World Tag Team titles. I thought that shit was so stupid to have it on a card. I gave it 2.5. Shit, I really would be honest. I could probably give it. I gave it 3. I wrote 3 down. First reaction afterwards. It was instant reaction. But as I now sit here and think about it, that shit was like a 2. It was a 2. Like it shouldn't have been on a card. It was so stupid to have a fucking tag team match and nobody cared. Like this was just a fucking it was a fuck up. You fucked up. This storyline sucked. New Day has, like I said, maybe when the War Raiders, I said this, after New Day wins, maybe they're transitional champions, which you don't want to do with the New Day of all people. You want to put the titles on them just to be transitional fucking champions. Like the War Raiders, you never did anything with them when they got the belts, and then when you gave the belt, now you gave the belts to New Day in a fucking coldest, nobody gave a fuck match. It was so stupid to have this on a card. I swear to God, I think they should have put the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and the fucking DIY TLC triple threat match on this fucking card. You could have easily have built that match up for at least 2 3 weeks because we've already watched all 6 of those men go for those titles. You could have did what you did last night. You could have had that shit a couple weeks ago. You did not have to have this that way. The new you in your I'm really believing that Triple H really believed that the fucking New Day storyline was still hot and people still gave a fuck about it, but nobody cares about the New Day. Not right now. That storyline has died. It's died. You need to kick it back the fuck up. I don't know how you do it, but it's over. That particular stage of the story is dead. You can now not use that story. Now, if you want to make them turn heel or find a way to make them heel some other way, which I would not be opposed to, then cool. But what you're doing with the New Day is just not fucking good. It's not. You dropped the ball on bringing back um Big E in this storyline. Big E has been doing fucking pre-shows and has been in the building of certain times where you could have done these things with Big E. And Big E is just not, and I get it, he's not medically clear to do anything. I get that. But you fucked up because you brought him back so they could turn heel on him. People want to pay off for that. And it may never fucking happen. So if that is the case, why the fuck are the New Day fucking heels? Why the heels? It's not working anymore. The fucking New Day can still come out with the goofy ass shit and say, oh man, so what, and all that other shit. It doesn't matter. The fucking storyline is over. What that stage of that storyline is over. You need to find a way to get them to be heels in a different fucking capacity because the way you're pushing them now is not gonna fucking work. They are now 13-time World Heavyweight Tag Team World Heavyweight Champions. Congratulations to the New Day. They're one of the greatest tag teams of all time. But at the end of the day, you fucked up with the storyline. The storyline is dead. You put them in a match against the fucking War Raiders for no reason at all. You thought because you and I'm really believing this was one of the matches you had scheduled months ago. You thought this storyline would just sustain throughout those months after they turned heel because there's no way in fucking hell you telling me that this is a good idea. You thought that this was a better match to put on a card than a fucking TLC match with actual fucking people that we want to actually see. This is one of those storylines and one of those times where I think Triple H booked himself into this decision and he stayed with it. You cannot fucking tell me that he did not think this was a stupid fucking match after months. This was a dumb match. You should have never had this match on a fucking card. It should have never been on the card. It was fucking boring. Listen, War Raiders and fucking New Day can go out there and bang. That's not the question. That's not the problem. But when you put it on a WrestleMania, what it literally was the die down match because nobody gave a fuck. This is one of those matches where he should have changed the percent. He should have changed his mind. You've changed your mind on a lot of shit. Bailey and Roxanne, Bailey, Roxanne, and Laura. Becky didn't come back. Becky is now probably going to be Laura's tag team partner tomorrow. I'm pretty fucking sure Becky was supposed to be Laura's opponent at WrestleMania, and now you're going to bring her back as a tag team partner, which I'm clearly thinking after tonight, she's probably going to turn heel on Laura. Why the fuck would she stay face and her husband is heel? That don't make no fucking sense. This is one of those matches I think he had penciled in October, and he never fucking changed his mind. Like, oh no, people are going to like this match because it's the New Day and it's the War Raiders, and we just had this amazing heel turn with the New Day, and people are going to still be into the New Day storyline and that turn. And instead, it has fizzled the fuck out. You did not change course. I don't know why you didn't change course, but you fucked up. This is one of those storylines that you should have changed. You should have went in a completely different direction. You could have had this match on the night after WrestleMania, Monday night after WrestleMania. If you want to do a title change, then do it then. This is one of those matches that should have never been on the card. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea. I don't know why the fuck you could kept that match on the card. It just did not make any sense. I truly believe he penciled this match in right after the New Day turned heel, and he never changed his mind that this match was going to get over. And no matter what, he fucked up. He fucked up tremendously bad. This match should have never been on the card. You cannot convince me that this match was good or this match should have made the card. The fucking crowd was fucking dead at WrestleMania. Now the crowd sucked today. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to my brother Juan because it was at WrestleMania. Outside of him, the 61,300 or whatever the fuck the number was. Outside of him, the rest of you motherfuckers were dead. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. It was just stupid. That match was just stupid. I truly believe once the New Day turned heel, he kept this match. Because there's no way in hell you're telling me you cannot tell that people are not into this match. You cannot tell me that you don't think that people are not into this match. Or people are like not even phased. Like, people were literally saying on social media for weeks, like, why is this a match on fucking WrestleMania? Why? You made the announcement 2 weeks ago. Why is this on the WrestleMania card? People kept saying that. Why is this on WrestleMania? You thought this was a good idea, and it fucking didn't work. You cannot tell me that he did not have a vision. He thought this match was going to work. He thought, and it's his own doing. He dropped the ball on the New Day storyline. He fucked that storyline up. There's nothing on this planet that's going to tell me that once the New Day turned heel, this wasn't the plan. That they were going to get the tag team titles at WrestleMania. The problem was there was no fucking build afterwards. You completely and utterly fucked up the New Day storyline. Nothing happened. If you wanted a New Day to have a tag team title, you should have had the motherfuckers bring the titles into WrestleMania and then have the War Raiders win. At least we could have had something. This was a stupid fucking thing to do. You never changed your mind, and you fucked up. This is a 2-star fucking match on a WrestleMania card. That is fucking ridiculous, and it's for the fucking tag team championships. And I could care fucking less before the match, during the match, and after the fucking match. I did not care for this match. I don't know why the fuck it was on the card. It was stupid to have it on the card. And I think Triple H fucked up tremendously, and that was a bad fucking booking decision to not the match, to have the fucking match on WrestleMania. That was a bad fucking booking decision. You cannot tell me that once the New Day turned heel, that this wasn't the plan and he stayed with it, even though people were saying, this don't make no fucking sense. Nobody cares right now about the New Day in the fucking War Raiders. This is stupid. Change course. And instead, this is the one time you buckle down on something and you double down on something and you fucked up. Nobody cared about this match. This match was okay for what it was, but it was fucking cold. It didn't make sense. The New Day won the titles. They ran away like they fucking pulled somebody's tights. When they pinned the fucking man clean, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like it was just so stupid to have a match that had no story, no build, no nothing. This is one of those times where you can definitely shit on Triple H for creative booking because this was fucking stupid. This was just fucking stupid. This didn't make no fucking sense. I truly believe that he had a plan. New Day was going to be heels, and they were going to go into WrestleMania with this heel persona, and they were going to win the tag team titles. The problem was, New Day turned heel, what, like in June, July? They turned heel like in June, July? August? I can't even remember when they turned heel like in the summer. When they turned heel, like September? Yeah, they turned heel like in September. Dude, they turned heel in like September. It's fucking April. You telling me you couldn't find a good storyline for these fucking dudes? You can't keep just putting them out there, just telling people, "Oh, so what? I don't care." Yeah, we did that to Big E, and Big E's not physically there to do anything about it. Like it was just, it was bad booking. I truly believe this was one of those matches that he penciled in October or November, and he thought that would be a great idea. And if we get to this point, they're gonna go to WrestleMania and they're gonna win the tag team titles. The problem is you didn't book them to do anything important to push that storyline forward. All you kept doing was telling them to do backstage interviews and backstage segments. What the fuck does that do for the storyline? Nothing. This was a 2-star fucking match. I wish it wasn't on the card. I love the New Day. I love the War Raiders, but this did not deserve to be on a fucking WrestleMania. Fuck out of here, especially when you had a better tag team title match you could have easily went to in a Street Profits, DIY, and Motor City Machine Guns, a TLC triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles on SmackDown. You could say whatever the fuck you want to say, but that would have been a way better fucking match, and it would have at least made people care. This was a stupid fucking match to have. This is one of those times Triple H booked something, and he just kept telling himself, people are going to care about this. People are going to care about this in April. And then you never booked the fucking match properly. It was so bad. The build sucked, and it was just a throwaway match. You could have had this shit on the pre-show. You could have did a pro-show match with this shit. This shit did not deserve to be on a fucking WrestleMania card. This is ridiculous. 2 fucking stars. 2 fucking stars. Okay, 2 fucking stars, dude. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Um, my next match. Now, some people will get mad at me for this match, but it's Gunther versus Jey Uso. I get it 3 stars, 3.5. Listen, the IWC pisses me off every day. I think because you are not real. You're not real. I don't think you're real. I don't think you're real because we all knew Jay was winning the belt tonight, but you didn't like. First of all, you didn't want Jay to win the belt, and then when Jay wins the belt, you complain about how he won the belt. Bitch, which one is it? Like you didn't want the nigga to win, or do you? Are you mad at the fact? Okay, he won, but I wish he would have did it this way. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. What the fuck are you crying about? Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You didn't even want the man to fucking get the match for fucking months. Like, forgetting the fact that you are the same fucking people that was rooting for Jey Uso for fucking months, years to be champion. The match itself was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't some spectacular fucking match. To be honest with you, I think this was their worst match they actually had. This was actually the worst match they ever had. They actually have had 3 good matches, and then this one was just like, let's just get the belt on Jay. And I just truly feel like that was what the match was made of. Let's just get the belt on Jay. It felt very the match was okay. It was okay. Like I don't think it was like I said, the ending is what made the match the match. Everybody knew Jay was winning. Everybody knew Jay was gonna get the belt. Everybody knew Jimmy was probably gonna pop out and give him a hug after the match. Everything that we thought would happen happened. Now, like I said, the ending of the match, Gunther tapping the fuck out was something different. I didn't think that would happen. I thought it was a kind of weird reversal of Gunther tapping out. Now, I saw a lot of people being like, why would you have Gunther tap out? If you're going to have Gunther do that, why don't you just let Gunther pass out? You think Gunther's going to pass out to Jey Uso in a sleeper? I'm sorry. That's stupid. No, you can sell it as he caught him off guard with a sleeper. He didn't see that shit coming. And you can sell it as, okay, I got caught off guard. I got caught off guard so fucking fast. I didn't understand. I couldn't believe what the fuck was happening, and I just tapped out. It was a force of habit. It was a reaction. You can easily sell Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso. You can sell it because him passing out to Jey Uso, you can't sell it. You can't you can't sell Gunther passing out to Jey Uso. That means you just could not get out the fucking submission and you couldn't get out the hole. If Gunther taps out to Jey Uso as fast as he tapped out to Jey Uso, you can sell that. You can sell it because he's so shocked that Jey Uso is actually beating his ass, winning this match, and it's like, what the fuck? And then not only did he do that, he put me in a fucking sleeper. He used my move against me. What the fuck? And you tap out. What the fuck just happened? That's the difference. I'm not surprised that Jay won. Like I said, a lot of people, of course, are crying, bitching, moaning, complaining about, oh, he won, but I don't think it was a good idea. Like I said, you can sell Gunther tapping out the Jey Uso. You can sell it. It's a reaction. He never thought Jay would do any of that shit he did that night or tonight to him. Monday night, you could sell Gunther being like, damn, I did not expect Jey Uso to do that. It was a reaction, and I tapped. Nothing more, nothing less. But I gave it 3.5 stars. The match was okay. It wasn't like I said. I've been on the record saying Gunther does not have bad matches. This was okay. It was okay. It was decent for what it was. I think the hype and the allure of it was okay, was great. But Wade Bag kept saying something on commentary that he was 100% right, and I don't think he knew how right he fucking was. No matter what you think and say, as great as the build had been after a while, it got great after a while because shit sucked for fucking weeks. It got great after a while. Jay is still Jey Uso. I've never been a fan of Jey Uso as a wrestler. I've never been a fan of Jey Uso as a wrestler. I am a massive fan of Jey Uso, the character. I think what he is as a character, as an entertainer, is fucking legendary. I think it's fire. I think what I go to a show. I swear to God, go to a show. You can sit there and talk shit all day on social media. But once you go to that show and you see that and you feel that and that energy and you just get up and you do it. It's fucking just it just happens. I never think Jay's a good actually fucking wrestler. I've never said Jay was a great fucking wrestler. I've never said it. Even when he was in a bloodline storyline, I said that shit. Like Jay's not a great fucking wrestler. Anybody that thinks Jay's this top tier number one guy, you're fucking delusional. Like you're just fucking delusional. I thought this was a good match to get the belt on Jay. But what the conversation would immediately begin is who beat Jay? Because I don't think Jay has a long title run. Do you wait to SummerSlam and drop the belt to Brian Breaker if Brian drops the belts tomorrow at tomorrow night at WrestleMania? Do you have Brian Breaker beat Jay, which I would not be mad at, and then next year you can have Brian Breaker versus Gunther. I would be mad at that shit. I actually think that'd be a dope ass match to have. Um, but we got our moment. That's all that matters. I think for most of us, we got our moment. Jay won the fucking belt. I don't care what you say. I don't give a fuck what you feel. You can kick fucking rocks all I care. Jay Uso should have gotten that moment. He should be celebrating that moment. He should be dancing his ass off. He should be yeeting the fuck out the building. He should be doing all that shit because he fucking earned it. Now, again, like I said, I'm not the biggest Jey Uso fan as a fucking wrestler. I've never been. But I don't fuck with Jey Uso because of his wrestling ability. I fuck with Jey Uso because the person he is, the character that he is, he's fucking over. You can get mad at him all the fuck you want. You talk down on that shit all the fuck you want. That heat is a fucking real thing. And you go to the show, you will know. They're 3.5 stars. That next match I also gave 3.5 stars. No, Naomi versus Jade Cargill. Give it 3.5 stars. Storyline was great. Storyline coming into it was great. I actually think the match was really good. It wasn't as bad as people think it was. I think Jade performed better than I thought she would. But when you're in, like I said, when you're in the ring with somebody that's so crafty as a veteran like Naomi, Naomi cannot dish out a bad fucking match. She cannot do it. She's really good at it. Where I think the problem lies with this match is that it kind of got a little too. Um, it took a little longer than I think it needed to warm the fuck up. Plus, on top of that, the crowd fucking sucked for this match. The crowd just completely took you out of it. Um, it just once it started to hit its gears, it got good. But usually in a match like this, it depends on who wins. I'm not shocked Jade won because I think Jade was supposed to win, but at the same time, is this over now? Because Jay got a revenge. She beat her. Is it over now? Is it done? Are we finished? I think really what tells me about this match, what's really going to tell me about how this ending is tomorrow. Bianca. Does Bianca win? Does she lose? Because if she loses, she goes back to SmackDown, which means that's an added element to that storyline that this kind of now needs. It needs to know where Bianca stands. Did Bianca know Naomi's actions? Did she? Because you could play it off like she didn't, but there's only so much you can sell. The way she's been getting booed also from the people is weird. But again, you forget WrestleMania crowds are made up of international people, people from Germany and fucking UK and all this other shit. So it's not like it's American crowds. Now, when we get back to the American kind of feel, after WrestleMania and she's still getting booed. Now we can have a actual real understanding of where she is really in the thing. But these international fans are at WrestleMania. You forget that this shit is also very WrestleMania is very international. You got Germany, Australia, UK. You got all different types of fucking people coming from all different types of countries. And she got booed in the international world. So if 50% of the crowd is American and 50% of the crowd is from different countries, what the fuck do you expect? So yeah, I thought the match was okay. It was good. It was better than I thought it would be. Um, And I gave it 3.5 stars. All right. 4 stars. 4.5 stars. And that's Ray. What? 4 stars. And that's Ray Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. Now this is supposed to be Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americano. Chad Gable. Ray got hurt last night on SmackDown, and he gave his spot up today to Ray Phoenix, which I thought that made the most sense after Chad Gable. I'm sorry, Grande Americano screwed Ray Phoenix of the Battle Royal last night, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It made sense. We all kind of knew this was coming. We all kind of felt like Ray Phoenix was going to get that opportunity to be at WrestleMania. We just didn't know how and what capacity. So when Ray got hurt last night, it just made perfect fucking sense. Like, yep, Ray Phoenix is going to get this opportunity. Thank God. Where the problem kicks in is El Grande Americano was supposed to beat Ray Mysterio. That's clear as fucking day. That was the decision that they had made, and it would have been an intelligent decision to do. Here's the problem: there was not Rey Mysterio in that ring. So you put Ray Phoenix in a bullshit situation where he was still supposed to take the pin for Rey Mysterio. Again, a booking decision where you fucked up. Ray Phoenix should have beat El Grande Americano. That's just the facts. He should have beat El Grande Americano. Ray Phoenix should have beaten him. Rey Mysterio could take a loss. But Ray Phoenix, who's only been in WWE for what, 2 fucking weeks? 3 weeks? Some shit like that? His first ever WrestleMania match, he fucking loses? What? It's just stupid. It was so fucking stupid. I didn't think that was a good idea. I think that was a very dumbass thing to do. Again, a very bad, terrible booking decision because you already had booked Rey Mysterio to take the loss. Cool. But you also now know, I'm assuming Rey was never supposed to be in the match. Now, I don't know when the fuck this happened because we kept saying if you're going to debut Ray Phoenix before WrestleMania, clearly you're putting him on the card. So you've known for 2 weeks that Ray Phoenix was going to probably take this match, and you still had him losing the fucking match? What? That's fucking stupid. That's very fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's just dumb. That's very dumb fucking booking. Like you booked him to still lose the match. Why? Why? And on top of that, they're not on fucking. Ray Phoenix is not on Raw. El Grande Americano is on is not on SmackDown. Ray Phoenix needed that match because you just fucking booked him to lose in the Battle Royal literally last night. So what the fuck was the point of you having him get screwed out the Battle Royal by El Grande Americano and not get his revenge? What the fuck was the point? It just was so fucking stupid. This booking of WWE of this WrestleMania was kind of fucking stupid. It was very stupid. Putting the New Day on here with fucking War Raiders was very stupid. Booking, I can even have the Naomi Jade match kind of where the winner was Jade, kind of stupid. And Triple H, you don't think I see what the fuck you did? You put 2 back-to-back AEW fucking wrestlers on the back to fucking back, by the way. You put 2 AEW wrestlers back to back, Jade and Ray Phoenix. You think you slick, motherfucker. Um, Match all in all was good. I just think the winner was fucking stupid. It was a bad fucking winner. You cannot tell me you booked a Grande Americano to beat fucking Ray Phoenix. Like, that's just fucking stupid. Why? Because a Grande Americano is going to lose, and he's going to lose that mask at some point. So you're just continuously building him to fucking win? He should have took the loss to Ray Phoenix. If this was Rey Mysterio, if that was really the original plan was Rey Mysterio, then okay, he could beat Rey Mysterio. I don't give a fuck if he beats Rey Mysterio. But beating Ray Phoenix in his first fucking WrestleMania, And this is, by the way, his first fucking loss in a singles match because he only had two since he's been in the fucking company. So his third singles match, he fucking loses. What? The fucking booking is just stupid. I don't understand the fucking lot. That was so stupid. That was stupid. That was a dumbass decision. I don't understand that. That was very stupid. That was stupid. That was a dumbass decision. I cannot tell you how stupid that is. His third fucking match in WWE, he fucking loses it at WrestleMania. You think that's a good idea? And I love El Grande Americano. I think the character's funny as shit. Yes, it is very racist. I'm not gonna sit there and act like it's not racist. It's very fucking racist. But to book Ray Phoenix to lose to fucking El Grande Americano is very fucking stupid. That is a dumbass booking decision. I don't understand how you thought that through and you thought that was a good idea. Like I said, if I'm gonna call out the other company for booking decisions, I'm gonna call your ass out too. That was very fucking stupid. His third fucking match is at WrestleMania and you have him lose. What? And by the way, El Grande Americano, Chad Gable hit a move tonight. I was like, yo. I was like, yo. I think he damn near concussed himself because he hit them hard than a bitch. But yeah, I gave it 4 stars. At the ending, the winner, I thought it was so fucking stupid. I just was like, why? Why? Like I said, if you had already booked Rey Mysterio to take the pin, cool. But this isn't Rey Mysterio. This isn't Rey Mysterio. This is Rey Phoenix. This is his third match in fucking WWE. And you have him lose the match at WrestleMania. I can understand this is Chad Gable fighting him, and you wanted to give Chad Gable the win. We all know it's Chad Gable, but he's playing a character, Grande Americano. You had him beat somebody that you're so high on, Rey Phoenix, at WrestleMania. Those are one of those times I will sit there and give AEW fans the credit because that's fucking stupid. That's very fucking stupid. I will actually give AEW fans some credit on that one. That's very fucking stupid. That is very fucking stupid. I gotta give AEW fans some of the credit because that's fucking stupid. Like it's just so fucking dumb. Like I don't understand the decision making. I don't understand the decision making. Like I said, if you booked it weeks ago that Rey Mysterio is gonna take the loss, cool. But for you to then 2 weeks later bring in Rey Phoenix, he has 2 matches, great matches, and then he loses. You have El Grande Americano screw him last night in the Battle Royal, then turn around and have him in a match out of nowhere. And then he loses to El Grande Americano and he's not going to get his rematch. I fucking guess, dude. I fucking guess. But the match, all in all, was 4 stars. It was a really good match. Um, Next match, 4 stars, 4.5. I give it 4 stars. And that's Tiffany and Charlotte. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. 4 stars, 4.5. I know a lot of people was like, "Oh man, this was such a rough match. It was so tight. It was so, it was so." They had personal animosity coming into this shit. This shit really was real. Like they don't like each other. That was a real thing. Like they sold it, and that's exactly what it was. So I'm not surprised that this match was a little rough. It was a little hard. It was a little tough. Yeah, do we expect people just to do business? Yeah, we do. But at the same time, we also know it's Charlotte fucking Flair. The, like, come on. It's Charlotte fucking Flair. Give them some credit. Give them something. Charlotte Flair is just, she's who she is. For what it was, they both needed this match. I think that Charlotte needed this match to, again, I'm gonna be honest. For weeks, I didn't know who was gonna win this match. I first said if this is the match that we're gonna have, Tiffany better go over. But after a while, I'm like, it's fucking Charlotte. It's WrestleMania. They're gonna fuck Tiffany over. They're gonna give her the belt. They're just gonna build Tiffany up to be a face moving forward, just to get her the belt back at SummerSlam. But they kept the prediction that I had for a year, which was Tiffany versus Charlotte, and Tiffany's gonna beat her at WrestleMania. But they kept it that way. Tiffany wins the match, which I thought was very shocking. This was a rough match. This was tough. This was a hard fought fucking match. This was definitely what I thought it would be. Personal animosity is they don't like each other, which is good because that's what the fucking match is built off of. We do not like each other. Good. Good. Now people that sitting there and saying, "Oh man, this was rough. This is their first time ever wrestling each other too." You forgetting that this is their first time like ever going up against each other. So it makes sense that this was a little bit more rough around the edges. It was a little tough. It was a little hard. But I give those women that credit. I gotta give them their credit. Now sometimes they kind of had some moments, some spotty shit going on here and there. But I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a better match. I know social media is gonna rip it to shreds because it's just that's what social media does. But what I thought it was gonna actually be, and what it actually turned out to be, was better than I actually expected it to be. I actually thought it'd be way worse. I thought Charlotte would just go into business for herself and say fuck Tiffany and just call it herself, call a shot for herself. I actually thought it was going to happen. It was certain moments in the match. I'm like, oh fuck, is Charlotte gonna win? Like if she wins, this is so fucking stupid. But when Tiffany won, I was like, cool, I like that. It makes sense. So yeah, I like it. Now we see what the fuck you do with Charlotte moving forward, which I've been said. If I was Charlotte, I would go for the fucking Grand Slam titles. I would try to go get Chelsea Green and make something out of that. Chelsea Green needs a actual rivalry, an actual opponent that can actually push her to the next level. And it's Charlotte. 4 stars. Next match. This is the match that woke up the fucking crowd. Thank God this match woke up the fucking crowd. For 3 matches, it felt like the crowd just died. The New Day War Raiders and then Jade and Naomi, it was just like they're fucking dead. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. Now, this is the beauty of this match, and I love this match about this match so well. Solo was not at the ringside. Solo didn't have anything to do with this match. I think that was the best way to do it. Have it LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Again, this was another match. I didn't know where the fuck this was going. Not like Charlotte and Tiffany, because I felt like Charlotte could just call her shot and be like, I want the belt now. This felt more like, I don't know where this is going. You can literally have Solo screw Jacob, like, not trying to, but actually screw Jacob. And LA Knight keeps the belt. Or you could just give the belt to Jacob. I would not be mad at either or. They put it off. They gave the belt to Jacob Fatu. I did not think that would happen. LA Knight literally just got the belt back a couple weeks, like what, a couple weeks ago? And he dropped the belt to Jacob Fatu. I'm very happy for that. I think that's a great idea. I thought Jacob should have won. Um, the match was great. It was actually a really good fucking match. This was the best match for a wide fucking margin. This was a really good fucking match. Up until the main event, which is I'm about to talk about because it's my match of the night. This was the match of the fucking night. Like it was the better match out of all of those matches. To say it had little to kind of okay build, I cannot doubt LA Knight and I cannot doubt Jacob Fatu. This was the fucking match, man. Bro, this man did a fucking moonsault off the ropes and got caught by a BFT. And at first, I didn't even think LA Knight caught him. But when you see it slow motion, he caught him. He caught him with the BFT and hit it. I'm like, oh shit, he really caught him. That match was good. That was a really good match. That shit was fucking good. Like I said, didn't think Jacob Fatu would win the fucking belt. But I am not mad at him winning the fucking belt. Now, where I think you can fuck up is if he has to drop it to Solo. That's where I think you fuck up. Because if he drops that belt to Solo, not saying Solo can't handle being a champion, not saying Solo can't be the guy, but you better have a goddamn plan in place for Jacob Fatu after he drops this belt. Because if you don't have a plan in place for Jacob Fatu, like winning the WWE Championship next fucking year at WrestleMania, he should hold the belt until WrestleMania next year. What the fuck is the point? Why is he dropping it? Why? What's the point? Why? It makes no sense. Have him have a young. I would not. Jacob's one of those guys. I would not mind having a long fucking title reign. I would not mind it. Like Obafemi, I would not mind having a long title reign on certain people because they're just that fucking dominant. And if you're going to beat them, you have to be the absolute fucking best. Jacob is one of those guys that I do not mind if he won the belt this year at WrestleMania. If you do not move him up the charts to go get the title in next year WrestleMania, the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship next year, if he goes on and fights, uh, if he you had not moved him up and he still kind of is in the middle card, mid card, kind of have him be the champion up until WrestleMania 43. Oh, 42. I'm sorry, 42. I wouldn't mind it because like I said, you got to be an absolute fucking best to beat this man. I thought the match was incredible. It was the best match up until, like I said, the main event, which brings me to my match of the night, which is the main event. Um, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Like I said, I started off by saying Paul Heyman's aligned with Seth Rollins. That is the fucking thing that we have learned about WrestleMania Night 1. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are together now. I have said for fucking weeks, months, Seth doesn't need Paul. What I forgot to say is Paul needs Seth. That's what I forgot to say. I forgot to put that part in. I don't think Seth needs Paul Heyman. I do not think it. Even after this night, after what just happened, I still don't think Seth Rollins needs Paul fucking Heyman. It's just very stupid to put them two together for Seth Rollins' sake. Why? Why? Seth Rollins is the architect. Seth Rollins is the visionary. Seth Rollins is the messiah. Seth Rollins is the visionary. Why the fuck does he need a wise man? Why? But I've also said it does not work if Punk has Paul Heyman for the rest of the time being. Why? Why? Punk doesn't need fucking Paul Heyman. The only person that actually needs Paul Heyman is Roman fucking Reigns. Because his character does not work without fucking Paul Heyman. I don't know what you do with this. And this is the problem with you when you sit down with the situation. What is the point? Is Seth Rollins gonna also is like I said, next tomorrow we already know Becky Lynch is going to be Laura Van Carrier's fucking partner. This is kind of obvious. But I also know Liv and Raquel is not dropping them fucking belts. So that is the very also obvious point. So does Becky turn on Laura and align herself with Paul Heyman and Seth? I would not be opposed to it. I would not be mad about it. And then later on that night, let's say they actually are the two that join Rock and Cena. That's how you get the faction. Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, John Cena, all spearheaded by The Rock. Why not? Because because I said this to my family Wednesday when we did the prediction show for WrestleMania. I said, John Cena did not sell his soul to The Rock. He talked about it last night on Friday Night SmackDown a little bit, but he still doesn't explain how this happened. Like, I feel like John Cena did not technically sell his soul to The Rock. I think he just aligned with The Rock because The Rock, you know, said, hey, bro, you can get the 17 title if you just do this. And that's what he wants. But what The Rock was telling Cody is you can be a superstar. What you are, you're a superstar. But you can be something that is transcending. Transcending. Oh my God, I can't say words nowadays. Holy shit. You could be you could be something that transcends the business. Holy shit. Sorry. You could be something that is gonna catapult the business further if you just do what I tell you to do. And Cody said no. But Seth won't. Becky's already there. The only person that isn't is Seth. Listen, Seth's my favorite wrestler. I am not mad at Seth winning this match. I had Seth winning the triple threat match when the fucking match was announced. I am not surprised Seth won this match. I even said Seth was gonna pin Roman. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew Seth was gonna pin Roman. I knew Seth was gonna win the match. I knew this shit. Seth is the guy. Seth is the fucking dude. Am I surprised that he teamed up with Paul Heyman? Not really. I mean, like I said, I don't think Seth needs Paul, but I think Paul needs Seth. And that's the thing. And if you team him up with Seth and Becky in The Rock, in Cena, that's a faction. That's a scary fucking faction because you have one of the most dominant women in modern wrestling history in Becky coming in with a whole new persona. And what was the reports a couple of months ago? Becky is done being the man. She needs a new persona. If she's coming back to wrestling, she's going to not be the man anymore. Well, what's better than not being the man? Being the corporate woman. Now, I don't know what you do to get her to, because her feuding with Laura Van Curia for the Intercontinental Women's Championship is cool. It's okay. I can see it. What a problem kicks in is, mm, which makes me now question the triple threat match next tomorrow. It makes me question it because I've been saying Io's going to win a belt. I think Io's going to keep the belt. I said win it, keep the belt. But if Becky turns, right, her feuding with Laura will be stupid. She's going to be Intercontinental Women's Champion? Really? That's the corporate thought process, really? Could Becky go after Io? Yeah, she could. But what's bigger than Becky going after Io? How about going after the woman she lost to at WrestleMania 40 and Rhea Ripley? Could Rhea win the belt back? And that's how you get Becky and Rhea, with Becky being the corporate woman's champion. There's a lot more new possibilities with this situation that just transpired tonight with Seth Rollins joining Paul Heyman. Because do you get Seth Rollins, Becky, and Paul Heyman teaming up with The Rock and Cena? Which would not be a bad decision. It would not be stupid to do it. It would not. One thing also I gotta say is Paul Heyman cannot be a face. This nigga cannot. This nigga cannot just stay a face. He cannot just be a face. What the fuck? What is wrong with being a face manager, dude? You cannot do it. You what the fuck is up with you? He is the embodiment of evil in WWE management. I've never seen a manager that just is like, soon as you align with this nigga, he's pure evil. I've never seen it. Never seen it. I didn't grow up with Bobby the Brain Heenan, so I didn't get a chance to see Bobby the Brain Heenan be a manager. I seen Paul Heyman be a manager to Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, no, Brock Lesnar, Big Show. He turned on Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series to align himself with Big Show. Don't know why they did that. That was kind of stupid. Um, Big Show was wearing jeans at the time, black tank top and fucking jeans. Yeah, 2000s was a weird time for people. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Anyway, he aligned himself with the Big Show. He aligned himself with Brock Lesnar again. He aligned himself with CM Punk, and CM Punk turned heel. He aligned himself. He turned up CM Punk and teamed up with Ryback, which was very fucking weird. He even aligned himself with Cesaro at one point, and Cesaro was kind of heel-ish. I don't know what the fuck they were doing with Cesaro at that time. Cesaro was not even a heel. He was kind of like he had gotten over with the fans. They still thought that would be a good idea for him to still be kind of heel, kind of. Like once he fucking threw Big Show out the fucking ring for the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and the fans fucking pop for him. Like, bro, he's a fucking face. Like, let that man be a face. But the next night, he aligned himself with Paul Heyman, which just was just like, why? Which, by the way, did not even last long. If I told you Cesaro and Paul Heyman was a fucking thing, you'd be like, when the fuck did that happen? Because it didn't last long. That's exactly when it happened. Because it didn't last long. You try to keep Cesaro a heel, which was stupid. Didn't understand that shit. You kept him with Brock. Then he finally aligns himself with Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns immediately turns heel because people turn and see Paul Heyman in the room with Roman Reigns. You're like, oh shit, he's a heel. And now you have them turn heel again. What's Seth Rollins? And Seth's now a heel, which we've been saying Seth needs to go back to being a heel, which makes sense. But Seth's so fucking organically over sometimes. It's. Are you gonna change his music? Are you gonna change his music, which I would not be opposed to at this moment? If you're gonna go heel, you gotta go heel. You can't have people still singing along to your shit. That it's hard to not like you. It's hard to dislike you when we could literally sing along to your shit. It's damn near impossible. We might boo Paul Heyman, we're not gonna boo Seth, and that's the problem. All in all, the match was good. This was a really good fucking match. A lot of near falls, a lot of kickouts, a lot of woo, what the fucks. Um, CM Punk, man, was kind of wearing the last hoodie, the last sweatshirt, the last jacket he wore at WrestleMania 23. I mean, WrestleMania 23, Lord Jesus. WrestleMania 29, when he battled The Undertaker, that was that that was that jacket. The shorts that he was wearing, the yellow shorts, I swear to God, I don't know. Was that the first WrestleMania he ever competed in? It looks like it. Like it's like the first time he ever competed at a WrestleMania, which was WrestleMania 20. No, it wasn't 23. Was it 24? It might have been 24. No, 23. It might have been 23. It might have been 23. Those trunks have significant value. It might have been the first trunks he's ever worn in WWE. I can't fucking remember. I can't fucking remember. It because I've seen those yellow trunks before on him. I can't remember if that was his first WrestleMania he ever had or his first match he ever had in WWE. I can't remember. One of y'all gonna tell me when I put this out. But because I remember those yellow. I'm like, yo, those are significant yellow trunks. I cannot remember where I saw him wear them before though. That was the problem. Because I know he's worn them before at a very important event. But like I said, I thought this match was incredible. I thought this match was incredible. I thought this was the best match we could have asked for. For a match that literally, again, like I've said numerous times, didn't make any sense to be made. Oh, you thought I was gonna change my decision? Oh, I knew the match was gonna be great. That wasn't the problem. Getting to the actual story was the fucking problem. I like how it ended. I think Seth winning the match again. Like I said, I had Seth winning the match. I wasn't too fucking surprised that Seth won the match. Him aligning with Paul Heyman is a shocker. A lot of people was already saying that this was going to happen. So not really that much of a shocker, but it's kind of like, okay, where does this go? And this is the point of where this situation starts up. Where does this now go? I know a lot of people are gonna sit there and say, well, we just got it tonight, Brandon. Let it simmer. No, fuck that. Nope. You put this together, you did this. Now it's time to actually make shit happen. Like I said, do you now align her? Do you align Seth and Becky together? with Paul Heyman. And if that is the case, are they all part of a bigger picture, which is John Cena and The Rock? Because something is very true. I heard this. I can't remember where I heard this. If Seth and Becky align themselves with Paul Heyman and The Rock and Cena, you need somebody to sell that story. Which I've been said the faction. There's a faction. There's gotta be because John Cena and The Rock are not full time people. They're part timers. Even John Cena, you're scheduling his events for a reason. You're scheduling all of this shit for a reason because you know he's not going to physically be there every fucking day, every fucking week. You know this. So if you know this, you're not going to schedule John Cena for every Raw and every SmackDown moving forward. So if John wins the belt tomorrow, Seth and Becky and Paul can sell the faction as long as it's still a faction. What does this mean for Roman and Punk? Roman has been portrayed more times than I think than Roman has been portrayed so many times, bro. Why do people keep turning on Roman? What the fuck is wrong with Roman Reigns? They just they niggas just turn on this fucking man. He's done nothing wrong to you people. What is wrong with y'all? Why do you turn on this dude? This nigga has done nothing but give you trust and loyalty, and he gets fucked over every time, bro. I'm starting to feel with the Roman fans still now. This shit is ridiculous. They be turning on this fucking man for no reason. This man has done nothing. Was it earlier Roman and you just couldn't get over it and you just like this motherfucker here, bro? This is for when you was the big dog. Like what is the why? Why do you turn on this fucking man? This man has done nothing wrong, bro. Holy shit. I'm kind of feeling for you Roman fans. I kind of see now what y'all be saying. Like this man has done nothing wrong. He hasn't done anything wrong. He really hasn't. He hasn't done anything wrong. This is the second time Paul Heyman has turned on CM Punk too. This is ridiculous. Like, damn, man. Um, this is gonna be a clash at some point. WrestleMania 42 is literally gonna lead up to this. This is what I'm expecting. Every single person is gonna be affected by this WrestleMania. Like I said, I can see Becky joining joining the Rock, Cena, Seth, Paul, winning maybe the World Heavyweight Championship, maybe the WWE Championship, maybe it's probably be the Women's World Heavyweight. I could see Seth even winning the World Heavyweight Championship and bringing it into WrestleMania next year. The conversation is, and John is going to be faced at some point again. So does he align himself with Team WWE? Because this faction is going to take over. And I think when John turns face, that's when you get maybe Drew McIntyre to join them. Or maybe it's Randy Orton. Who the fuck knows? But this was a great ending of WrestleMania Night 1. I still think Night 2 needs something. Excuse me. I still think Night 2 needs something. You cannot tell me and convince me that you having John Cena and Cody Rhodes one-on-one, and we haven't seen John Cena wrestle in years one-on-one. Good luck. I don't see it. So yeah, this match was great for what it was. It was great. Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins is a thing now. But is this a bigger picture? Is this just the beginning to a new corporate faction moving forward? Is this a bigger picture of a new corporate faction? Team Corporate, The Rock, Seth, Cena, Becky, Paul. This is gonna get interesting. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night for night 2, WrestleMania night 2. Yeah. Until then, that is it. See y'all tomorrow night. I am Brandon Janeau. This is the Brandon Janeau Show. Wrestling Life, rate and review show. WrestleMania Night 1. Peace.